Boyd, Southwestern Women's Options. How may I help you?
Hi, I was hoping to schedule an abortion.
All right. What was the day of your last period?
It was like the middle of May, so like May 15th, probably.
All right, so it looks like we can do this for you, but it is going to be a week-long procedure. So if you're able to come next week, and we start this on the 12th, I'm going to be looking at a fee of $8,000.
Oh.
Now, are you still in your chair?
Oh, just barely.
Just barely. But what you also need to keep in mind is that every week that goes by, the fee goes up by another $1,000.
What we get is that you're 27 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Yep. So you're about a month, you're about a month off in how you thought.
Oh, wow.
You were.
To insert the injection, it's going straight into the sac and to the pregnancy, okay? It's bottom down. It'll insert through the baby's bottom, okay?
Okay,
if
so
it's head down, it'll be inserted through the head, through the cranium. If we can't catch it early enough, which it has happened, if you're feeling pressure, it's moving down or something coming out, the pregnancy coming out, then you'll want to unlock the door to the hotel room, get your cell phone, and just sit on the toilet. You don't have to look at anything. You don't have to clean anything up or nothing. Just be on the phone with us, and and you could stay on the phone with us until the doctor and nurse get there. Okay?
Oh, good. So just go in the toilet if I'm having labor. Okay.
Yeah.
And what if it does come out when I'm on the toilet?
Just, you don't gotta look down. You don't gotta do anything. The doctor and nurse will come take care of it. If you feel like it's too much to see any of it, then do not let yourself look at it.
Okay.
If you want to cover yourself, even with like a towel or something.
Okay.
Go ahead.
If you're one of those lucky people that has no pain with contractions and all of a sudden you're like, something's coming out, you sit on the toilet
Okay.
and you call us and you unlock the hotel room and we come in and we take care of you.
If I'm on the toilet and it pops out and it's in the toilet, what do I do?
You would just sit there and you would stay there.
Okay.
And you would not move until we come and get you.
Okay. I mean, I don't have to worry about
you don't have to
taking it out or anything.
You don't have to clean anything. You don't have to do anything.
What are we talking about at the basic root? I want you to imagine that you're an obstetrician gynecologist like me. And I want you to imagine that you are a pro-choice obstetrician gynecologist like I used to be. Your patient today is 17 years old. She's 20 weeks pregnant. Now, if you could see her baby, which is very easy to do on an ultrasound, her baby would be as big as the length of your hand, from head to rump, from your middle finger to your wrist. That big. She's been feeling her baby kick for the last 2 weeks, but now she's asleep on an operating room table, and you're there to help her with her problem. You walk into an operating room scrubbed and gowned, and to the right of the table, of the operating table, there's a smaller table where your instruments are located. And the first thing you're going to reach for is a suction catheter. This is a 12 French suction catheter. I used to have a 14, but it disappeared. It's about 9 inches long. It's clear plastic. And I want you to picture yourself putting this up through the cervix, into the, through the vagina, through the cervix, and into the uterus, and then instruct your circulating nurse to turn on the suction machine. Now, what you'll see is pale yellow fluid running through the tubing into the machine. That was the amniotic fluid that was there to protect the baby. Now, if she were only, and I told you, a 20-week baby, head to rump, not counting the legs, is the middle of your finger to your wrist. If she were 12 weeks pregnant or less, measured from her last period, her baby would be, a 12-week baby is the width of your hand, head to rump, not counting the legs. And if she were 12 weeks pregnant or less, you pretty much could do the entire abortion with this one instrument. But babies this big don't fit through catheters this size. When you're done with that, you reach for your Sofer clamp, so you don't have to imagine when I brought one along. Now, I will pass this around. I will pass around both these instruments. Everybody put up your right hand. I promise to give Dr. Levitino back his instruments at the end of the evening, all right? I want these to disappear. You can't get them. They're hard to get. It's really interesting. I went through airline security this morning. It gets him every time. Pulled my bag over. He went right for it. And, you know, and he pulls it out, and he's looking at it, and he's going, what is it? So I said, you really want to know? And he said, yeah, and I told him what it is. I'm going to tell you what it is. You get your sofa clamp. It's about 13 inches long. It's stainless steel. And the business end, when you get a hold of this, look at it. It's about 2.5 inches long and a 1/2 inch wide. And when you get this in your hands and look at it, you're going to feel it's a heavy clamp. And there are rows of sharp teeth. This is a grasping instrument. When it gets a hold of something, it does not let go. A D&E abortion, a second trimester D&E abortion, is a blind procedure. You can't see anything. It's all done by feel. So picture yourself, and I'm serious, picture yourself putting this up through the uterus. Be really careful, because the walls are thin and soft, and it is easy as pie to go right through them. Then grasp with the instrument. Grab hold of anything you can. You can't see what you're doing, just grab something. And feel yourself pulling, and I mean hard. And out pops the leg that big, which you put down on the table. Reach in again. Grab blindly. Pull hard. Out comes an arm the same length, which you put down on the table. And reach in with this instrument again and again and tear out the spine, the intestines, and the heart and lungs. Now, the head on a baby that size is about the size of a plum. And again, you can't see it. You have a pretty good idea you're there if you've got a hold of something and your fingers are spread as far as they'll go. You know you did it right if you crush down on the clamp and white material runs out of the cervix. That was the baby's brains. Now you can pull out skull pieces. If you have a bad day like I had a lot of times, sometimes a little face comes back and stares back at you. Congratulations. You just successfully performed a second trimester D&E abortion. You just affirmed her right to choose. You just made $800 cash in 15 minutes.